Okay, Sam again, Year 11. Just a quick video for the early modern period, which remember is 1500 to 1750, and generally the exam board, if they refer to it as that, refer to it as the 16th and 17th centuries, just to make things really complicated and confusing. Okay, but here is what we should have in here. Now, the first one is Alexander Gordon. He basically treats or prevents child bed fever using chlorinated water, washes his hands with that, which prevents the spread of child bed fever. So that is obviously the first big one, good one to start with, because obviously we see a development in the scientific approach in the early modern period. Now, we've got general ideas such as fresh water, drinking lots of water, using water to flush out impurities. Also, there's a lot of ideas to do with water. And that's why I've got this Buxton Still Water up here as well. General ideas such as exercise becomes a bit of a prevalent thing in the early modern period. People start to take an interest in. We've also got our crazy ideas which are linked to miasma, why piers crop up all around the UK for people to get fresh air while walking along the pier. We've got the development of endowed hospitals, because obviously the church steps out of influence a bit more, not fully, but a bit more in the early modern period, which leads to new hospitals which are funded by the wealthy or by kings and queens, etc. And they start to develop more, I suppose, medical treatments such as removing bladder stones, having nurses working there, midwives, actual medical practitioners, as opposed to somewhere that you just go for rest and recuperation and to die. Vesalius obviously develops the anatomy, and he basically proves a lot of Galen's ideas wrong. Mainly blood's formed in the liver, or that human anatomy is very similar to that of a pig. And he writes a book called The Fabric of the Human Body. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the Latin for this one, but he basically does lots of drawings of anatomy, proves lots of Galen's ideas wrong. So he discovers that the human anatomy is not like that of a pig, and proves his findings. And he's very important in terms of 15th, 16th and 17th century progression in medicine. Not the 15th, sorry, I should have said 16. Right, we've also got bloodletting is still in place based on the Forge Humours. It takes a while for that to go away, because obviously a lot of people go out of business if they're no longer doing bloodletting. Now here we have Mompesson, who represents Eyam. Eyam is a big push forward in the early modern period. We know Eyam is basically where a lot of developments are made in terms of quarantine, sterilisation, burner possessions, etc. We've also got Paré here, who's a battlefield surgeon who discovers a treatment of egg white rose oil and turpentine to treat gunshot wounds, which prevents them from effectively using hot oil, which kills people. So it's a more effective treatment. Also uses ligatures on the battlefield. We've got ideas like eating fruit and vegetables shaped like parts of the body. Slightly strange idea, isn't it? Let's be honest. We've got tobacco as a wonder drug. We've got various different medical apparatus. I would also use that a lot. There's a Royal Society and the scientific approach, which becomes more prevalent. We've also got rhubarb as a wonder drug. We've got James Lind, who uses lime juice as a treatment for scurvy. We've got ideas like plunge balls, etc. And we've got, last but not least, William Harvey, who discovers circulation. And that is the main development in